Hello dear students, welcome to part 10 of chapter 10 circles. Students, in the last part of the video, that is in part 9, we have covered till question number 5 of exercise 10.5. Okay, so today we will see the questions from question number 6. Okay, so students, the question 6 of exercise 10.5. Okay, exercise 10.5. Question number 6 is ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral whose diagonals intersect at a point E. If angle DBC is equal to 70 degree. So firstly let us see what should be the diagram. ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, it is given that ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, so the quadrilateral should be like this. We know that a quadrilateral whose all four vertices are on the circle, means all the four vertices lies on the circle, then that type of quadrilateral is known as what? Cyclic quadrilateral. So it is given that ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral whose diagonals intersect at point E. So what should be the diagonals of this cyclic quadrilateral? AC and BD. Okay, and it is given that the intersection point of their diagonals is point E. Okay, what else is given? If angle DBC is equal to 70 degree. Okay, so which angle is angle DBC? Angle DBC. So this angle is 70 degree. Okay, and angle BAC is 30 degree. BAC. This angle is 30 degree. Find angle BCD. You have to find angle BCD. Okay, means this whole angle you have to find. Find angle BCD. Further, and after this, okay, after finding this angle BCD, okay, after finding angle BCD, the condition is given if AB is equal to BC. If AB is equal to BC, okay, then you have to find angle ECD also. Then you have to find angle ECD. Where is angle ECD? ECD means this angle. Means one time, the first time you have to find this whole angle, angle C, and the other time, if AB is equal to BC, then you have to find this angle. Okay, so students, how we will solve this question? See, we have to find this whole angle. Okay, and what we are having? Okay, what criteria we are having? We are having that this angle is 70 degree and this angle is 30 degree. Okay, we have to find, firstly we have to find this whole angle. So how we can find the whole angle? What property about cyclic quadrilateral we know? We know that in cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles are supplementary to each other. Means the sum of opposite angles in cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degree. Okay, so this criteria we will use. See students, if you will see the arc CD, okay, for, or you can say considering arc CD. Okay, so you can say that this, from this arc, okay, the angles which is made here and the angle which will be here, okay, both the angles will be same. Why? What is the reason? What I am saying? I am saying that angle DBC is equal to angle BAC. What is the reason behind it, students? That this angle is equal to this angle. Why? Because they are the angles in same segment. Okay, the reason is angles in same segment. Okay, here you can see that from arc CD this chord is made, okay, chord CD, and this side of chord CD there is major segment and this side of the chord CD is minor segment. So here from this chord, or you can say from this arc, okay, two angles are made. One is angle DBC and one is angle DAC. Okay, so both the angles should be same because we have studied the property that angles in the same segment are equal to each other. Okay, so by this reason we can say that angle DAC is equal to 70 degree because it is given that angle DBC is 70 degree. Okay, so like this we have found this angle. Now students, the whole angle A is what? The whole angle A is angle DAC plus angle CAB. Okay, means 70 degree plus 30 degree, and 70 degree plus 30 degree means 100 degree. So here we know that angle A, after adding these two angles, what is the measure of angle A? Angle A becomes 100 degree. Okay, now students, we know that in cyclic quadrilateral ABCD, angle A plus angle C, okay, the sum of opposite angles should be 180 degree because we have studied the property that in cyclic quadrilateral opposite angles are supplementary. Okay, so the sum of these two should be 180 degree. Okay, now we know that angle A is 100 degree. So what should be the value of angle C? The value of angle C should be 80 degree. Okay, and angle C is what? Angle C is angle BCD. So here we have got the value of angle BCD, which is 80 degree. Okay, so students, here first part is completed. Okay, that angle BCD is equal to 80 degree. Now we have to find the second part, in which the question is asked to find angle ECD. Okay, so which angle is ECD? Here we have seen that this angle ECD, this we have to find. Okay, and for this question students, one more criteria is given. What is given? Okay, in the second part question, it is given that AB is equal to BC. This side AB is equal to BC. So students, if AB is equal to BC, okay, look at this triangle ABC. If in triangle AB is equal to BC, so we know that if in a triangle two sides are equal, then the angles opposite to equal sides will also be equal. Okay, so here if these two sides are equal, AB is equal to BC, then this angle 30 degree and this angle, both the angles should be same, means angle BAC, this will imply that angle BAC is equal to angle ACB, or you can write BCA. Okay, and what reason you will write here? You will write that angles opposite to equal sides. Okay, this reason you will write. So here you can say that angle BCA is equal to 30 degree. Okay, angle BCA is equal to 30 degree. Now see students, here we have found angle BCD is equal to 80 degree. Angle BCD is equal to 80 degree. Okay, suppose it is the first equation, and here you will write that from 1. Okay, now angle BCD is made, this angle, this whole angle is made with the sum of two angles. One is angle BCA and one is angle ACD. Okay, and the sum of these two is 80 degree. Now angle BCA is 30 degree and angle ACD, okay, angle ACD we have to found. we have to find. Okay, so this 30 degree will be shifted, so angle ACD will be 80 minus 30, that is 50 degree. Now students, ACD or ECD both are same na? Okay, either you can give this angle name as ACD or you can give the name ECD. Okay, both are same. So here you can write that angle ECD is equal to 50 degree. Okay, there will be no difference in the value of this angle. Okay, either you can give the name ACD or you can give the name ECD, both are same. So this is the solution of question number 6. The first part is to find the whole angle C and the second part is to find the angle ECD. Okay, so students, just note it down and then we'll see the question number 7. Coming to question number 7. Question number 7 is, if diagonals of a cyclic quadrilateral are diameters of the circle through the vertices of the quadrilateral, prove that it is a rectangle. Okay, the diagonals of cyclic quadrilateral are diameters of the circle through the vertices of the quadrilateral. Means what, students? It is said that there is a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, there is the cyclic quadrilateral, and suppose this is the cyclic quadrilateral ABCD. Okay, and it is also said that its diagonals are the diameters of the circle. Okay, means their intersection point. Okay, the intersection points of the diameters, or you can say the diagonals of the quadrilateral, okay, is the center of the circle O. Okay, so you have to show that this shape is of rectangle. Okay, you have to show that this shape is of rectangle. So how will show it, students? Okay, we have to show that this ABCD is rectangle. Okay, so students, if the diagonals of the quadrilateral are diameters of the circle, okay, so let us suppose that the radius of the circle is R. Okay, so this will be R, this will be R, this will be R, and this will be R. Okay, so let us see that how we will show it. So students, given that the diagonals of cyclic quadrilateral are diameter of circle. Okay, so if they are diameters of the circle, let the radius of circle be R. Okay, we have supposed that the radius of the circle is R. Then AO is equal to OC is equal to OB is equal to OD. All will be equal to R. Okay, students. Now we have to show rectangle. Okay, so remember, students, in chapter number 8, quadrilaterals. Okay, if any quadrilateral we have to show that quadrilateral is rectangle, then what steps we have followed there? We have followed, firstly we have shown that quadrilateral is parallelogram, and then we used to show that if one angle of that parallelogram is 90 degree, then that parallelogram is rectangle. Okay, so step by step here we'll prove it that it is a rectangle. The first aim is what? To show that ABCD is a parallelogram, and after that we will show that one angle of the parallelogram is 90 degree, and then we can easily say that it is a rectangle. Okay, so the first target is to show that ABCD is a parallelogram, and how we'll do it, let us see. So students, firstly we'll see that in triangle AOD and angle and triangle, okay, triangle AOD and triangle BOC, or you can say that COB. Okay, in these two triangles, students, you can see that side AO is equal to OC. Why? Both are equal to R. Okay, then angle AOD is equal to angle COB. Okay, so this angle and this angle are equal. Okay, why? What is the reason behind it? The reason is vertically opposite angles. Okay, and the last one, that side BO is equal to, firstly we'll write the side of this triangle, that is side DO is equal to the side BO, and the same reason is there, that both are equal to the radius of the circle. Okay, so you can see, students, it is side, it is angle, it is side. So by side angle side, we can say that triangle AOD is congruent to triangle COB. Okay, triangle AOD is congruent to triangle COD, means this triangle is congruent to this triangle. Okay, now students, if these two triangles are congruent, then by CPCT, what we can say? We can say that this angle of the triangle should be equal to this angle. Okay, because they are the corresponding parts of the triangle, and we know that if two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts should be equal. Okay, so here we can say that angle ADO is equal to angle CBO. Okay, by CPCT. Students, if these two angles are equal, okay, and also you can see that they are the alternate pairs of angles, means if we consider the side AD and side BC, okay, if two sides are there and there is a transversal, okay, and if you are saying that this angle is equal to this angle, then what we used to say, that if this condition is following, then we say that these two lines are parallel to each other. Okay, what we used to say, that these two lines are parallel to each other. Okay, so here if this angle is following, okay, this condition is following, then we can say that the side AD is parallel to the side BC. Okay, and also by CPCT, what we can say, that AD is equal to BC. By CPCT, the first statement we can say that AD is equal to BC. Okay, they are the corresponding parts of the congruent triangle, this side AD and this side BC, so they should be equal to each other. And the second condition, what we say, that this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, and since they are alternate pairs, then this will imply that the side AD is equal to side BC. Now students, here you can see that from 1 and from 2. Okay, this is the first result and this is the result of second. Okay, from 1 and 2 you can say that ABCD is a parallelogram. How we can say directly? Remember students, I have told you that if in a quadrilateral one pair of opposite side is parallel as well as equal, then that quadrilateral is what? That quadrilateral is parallelogram. I have told you this in chapter number 8. Okay, so using that result, that one pair of opposite side is parallel and equal, then that quadrilateral is parallelogram. So here we have shown that ABCD is a parallelogram. Now students, the first target is achieved, that we have shown that ABCD is a parallelogram. Now we have to show the second target. The second target is to show that one angle of this parallelogram is 90 degree, and if we show that one angle of this parallelogram is 90 degree, then easily we can say that this is the shape of a rectangle, that ABCD is the shape of a rectangle. So how will show that ABCD is a rectangle? So students, it is given that ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, cyclic quadrilateral, we know the property of cyclic quadrilateral, that the sum of opposite angle is 180 degree. Okay, and from here, if we are saying that ABCD is a parallelogram, then obviously we know that in parallelogram opposite angles are equal to each other. So here we can write that angle A is equal to angle C. Suppose this is the third equation and this is the fourth equation. Okay, so here we are saying that angle A plus angle C, the sum of these two is 180 degree because this quadrilateral is cyclic. And from the property of parallelogram, we are saying that these angles are equal to each other. So from third and fourth, students, from third and fourth, see, at the place of angle A or at the place of angle C, just put angle A. At the place of angle C, we are putting angle A. Okay, so angle A at the place of angle C, angle A, it is 180 degree. Angle A plus angle A, 2 times angle A is 180 degree. So angle A will be what? Angle A will be 90 degree. And if one angle of a parallelogram is 90 degree, then this will imply that ABCD is a rectangle. Okay students, so this is the proof of question number 7. Okay, easy method we have applied. Firstly, we have shown that these two triangles are congruent. Okay, and after showing that they are congruent, we have shown that ABCD is a parallelogram. And after showing ABCD is a parallelogram, we have shown that one angle of this parallelogram is 90 degree, and if one angle of this parallelogram is 90 degree, then this will be the shape of a rectangle. Okay, now you can pause the video and note it down. It's coming to question number 8, and the question is, if the non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal, then prove that it is cyclic. Okay, so it is given that there is a trapezium. Okay, so there is a trapezium. Suppose this is the trapezium ABCD. Okay, ABCD. Okay, and also it is said that the non-parallel sides are equal. So in trapezium we know that one pair of side is parallel to each other. So here in this trapezium, AB is parallel to CD. Okay, and in the question it is said that its non-parallel sides are equal to each other, means the side AD is equal to the side BC. Okay, so we have to show that if the non-parallel sides of the trapezium are equal, then we have to show that this trapezium is cyclic. Okay, what is the meaning of cyclic? Cyclic means a quadrilateral whose all vertices lies on a circle. Okay, and also we know that the property of cyclic quadrilateral, that it's the sum of its opposite angle is 180 degree. So if somehow we show that the sum of its opposite angle, either A plus C is equal to 180 degree or B plus D is equal to 180 degree, then automatically it will be the cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, so our target is to show that the sum of its opposite angle is 180 degree. Okay, so now students, coming to the proof of this question. Okay, this is the question number 8. Okay, this is the question number 8. Now what we do, students, here it is given that ABCD is a trapezium. Okay, ABCD is a trapezium. Okay, means AB is parallel to, here it is, AB is parallel to CD. Okay, and also in this question it is given that AD is equal to BC. Okay, so ABCD is a trapezium such that AB is parallel to CD and its non-parallel sides are equal to each other. Now students, some construction we have to do here. To prove this question, we have to do some construction. What construction we will do? Okay, we will draw two perpendiculars. One is from D to the side AB and one is from C to the side AB. Okay, suppose it is M and it is N. So we have draw DM perpendicular to AB and CN perpendicular to AB. Okay, so students, you know very well that if they are perpendiculars, means the angles will be 90 degree and 90 degree. Okay, so angle DMA will be 90 degree and angle CNB will also be 90 degree. Now students, coming to the proof part. Okay, so let us see in triangle DAM and CBN. Okay, so in triangle DAM and CBN, see students, angle DMA is equal to angle CNB. Both are equal to 90 degree, so they will be equal. The side ED is equal to the side CB. Okay, so these two sides are equal. Okay, and students, if two parallel sides are there, okay, if two parallel sides are there, then if you will see the distance of these two sides, then the distances will be of constant. Okay, means in two parallel sides, the gap between the sides will be same. Okay, so here also students, if side AB is parallel to side CD, then the length of their perpendiculars will be same. Okay, so here you can see that the length of the perpendiculars means DM is equal to CM. Now students, here you have seen that it is angle 90 degree, so you can show it by R, and here you have seen that AD is equal to CB. They are the hypotenuse and these are the sides. So right angled hypotenuse side, okay, this is the criteria of RHS. By right angled hypotenuse side, you can say that triangle DAM is congruent to triangle CBN. Okay, these two triangles are congruent to each other. So if these two triangles are congruent to each other, it means that, okay, if these two triangles are congruent to each other, it means that by CPCT, you can say that angle A is equal to angle B. Here you can say that angle A is equal to angle B. Okay, and also you can say that angle ADM, suppose it is the first equation, angle ADM plus angle angle ADM, it should be equal to angle BCN. Why? Okay, Why? Because the triangles are congruent. So if the triangles are congruent, then their corresponding angles should also be equal. So they should be equal by CPCT. Okay. Now students, if we add in these two angles 90 degree, okay, here also we have added 90 degree and here also we have added 90 degree. Okay, since they are perpendiculars, then it should be 90 degree. Here it is 90 degree and here also it is 90 degree. Now what we are doing, that adding 90 degree both sides, adding 90 degree both sides. So if we add 90 degree here in angle ADM plus 90 degree and angle BCN plus 90 degree. So ADM plus 90 means you will get the whole angle D. See here, if you will add in this angle 90 degree, then what you will get? You will get the whole angle, that is angle D. Okay, and here if you will add 90 degree, then here you will get the whole angle, that is angle C. So here we have got that angle D is equal to angle C, and suppose it is the second equation. Okay, in the first equation what result we have got? We have got angle A is equal to angle B, and in the second result what we have got? That angle C is equal to angle D. Okay, now students, see here what I am going to write. See here it is angle C, means here it is angle C is equal to angle D. Okay, which you can write that angle C is equal to angle D. Okay, and suppose that it is the second equation. Okay, now just add these first and second, adding first and second. Then after adding first and second, what you will get? You will get that angle A is equal, the first equation is angle A is equal to angle B, and the second equation is angle C is equal to angle D. Now if you are adding these two, so what you will get? That angle A plus angle C is equal to angle B plus angle D. Okay, so this result we will get, and suppose it is equation number 3. Okay, now students, from ASP of quadrilateral, what we know from angle sum property of quadrilateral, we know that angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360 degree. Okay, and here you are saying that angle A plus C is equal to angle B plus D, means if we write together angle A plus angle C and angle B plus angle D, okay, so at the place of angle A plus angle C, we can write angle B plus angle D. Okay, because they are equal to each other. So angle B plus angle D plus angle B plus angle D is equal to 360 degree. Now angle B is 2 times, angle D is 2 times. So here you can write that angle B plus angle D, okay, it is 2 times, it is 360 degree. So at last you will get that angle B plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Okay, so what we are getting, students, we are getting that the opposite of the sum of opposite angles of a quadrilateral, okay, the sum of opposite angles of a quadrilateral is 180 degree, and we know that if the sum of opposite angles of a quadrilateral is 180 degree, then that quadrilateral must be cyclic. Okay, then this will imply that ABCD is what? It is cyclic. The ABCD is cyclic. Okay, students, so like this you can solve this question also. Okay, firstly we have shown, okay, that the opposite angles are equal, the sum of opposite angles are equal to each other. Okay, and then we show that the sum of opposite angle is 180 degree, means they are supplementary. Okay, so now students, you can pause the video and note it down. Students, coming to question number 9 of exercise 10.5. Okay, what is question number 9? The figure of this question is given. Okay, and it is said that two circles are intersecting each other at point B and C. Okay, and the lines are there, line segment ABD. Okay, and there is a line segment PBQ. Okay, in these two circles, and it is said that you have to find angle ACP. You have to show. Okay, what is to show here? What is to show? You have to show that angle ACP, means this angle, okay, is equal to angle ACP is equal to angle QCD, means this angle. Okay, you have to show that angle ACP is equal to angle QCD. How you will show it, students? See, in this question only the figure is complicated. Okay, nothing else is complicated here. Why? Because the solution of this question is very short. Okay, and very easy also. How you can simplify it? See, students, you know very well that if two lines intersect each other, okay, if two lines intersect each other, then their vertically opposite angles should be equal to each other. Okay, you know very well. Now you can see that the side AD and the side PQ. Okay, see, side is AD and PQ. Okay, here you can write lines. Okay, lines segment AD and PQ intersecting at point B. Okay, so these two lines, this is the line AD and this is the line PQ, they are intersecting at point B. Okay, so students, if the lines are intersecting each other, then their vertically opposite angles should be equal to each other. So here you can write that angle ABP should be equal to angle QBD. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles. Okay, see, the lines are intersecting each other, means their vertically opposite angles are equal. Now students, you can see that in this circle, okay, I am talking about this circle. In this circle, this angle B will be equal to angle C. Why? Why, students? Because they are the angles in the same segment. Okay, suppose this is the first circle and this is the second circle. Okay, so in first circle, angle ABP will be equal to angle ACP. Okay, the reason behind it is what? They are the angles in same segment. The angles in same segment. Okay, and in the same manner, in second circle, angle QBD is equal to angle QCD. Okay, why? The reason is same, that angles in same segment. Okay, so students, suppose that it is equation number 1, it is equation number 2, and it is equation number 3. In equation first, what we have said, we have said that these two angles are equal to each other. In second equation, what I have said, that this angle is equal to this angle. In third equation, what I have said, that this angle is equal to this angle. And if we see all the three equations, Okay, from first, second and third. Okay, if we see all the three equations, we can easily say that angle ACP is equal to angle QCD. Okay, only students, this is the proof of this question. You have to show that angle ACP is equal to angle QCD. Okay, in easy method, how you can understand it? See, here you can say that if these two angles are equal, suppose it is angle x, so this will also be x. Okay, now if it is x, then angles in the same segment, this angle will also be x. If it is x, then this angle will also be x. So here we can see that these two angles are coming equal to each other. Okay students, so this is the proof of question number 9 of this exercise. Okay, so students, now you can pause the video and note it down. Students, I think in exercise 10.4, okay, in this exercise 2 questions are left, and in exercise 10.4 also I think 2 or 3 questions are left. Okay, so in the next part of the video we'll see whatever the questions are left, okay, from exercise 10.4 and from exercise 10.5. okay, and in the next part of the video this chapter will be completed. Okay, so students, make proper NCERT notes, okay, and whatever the questions I am telling you, just prepare that also. Okay, so thank you students, this is enough for today. Thank you.